All right, cool. Appreciate every single person for tuning in. Hopefully, you guys can hear me and see me clearly. Give me one sec. Cool. Perfect. So tonight, guys, I really want to just jump straight into it. I know we got started up a little bit late, but I definitely want to go over some things with you guys that I believe every single person on this call can actually benefit from in more ways than one, right? Definitely more ways than one. So just so that we're not complete strangers, obviously whoever invited you to this call, right, wanted you to see some type of information that they've themselves have seen value in. And I want to kind of go ahead and jump into that stuff for you. But before we get into that, like I said, so that we're not complete strangers, my name is Kai, right? I'm 23 years old, originally from East Harlem, New York City. Now living out here in downtown Miami. Been here for around a year and a half, 2 years now. And my journey, my story is very, very simple, right? I was blessed enough where, in 2018, 2017, I was playing college football, right? Blessed enough where I got a scholarship to play at the collegiate level. But unfortunately, after a few months, I lost my scholarship and actually got dismissed from school just due to not going to class and things like that. And honestly, going back to square one, like a lot of us, we have setbacks in life. I had to really kind of take a different approach to where my life was headed, right? So for me, obviously, sports was what I did my entire life. That's what I wanted to continue to do. But things changed, and I had to kind of adjust, right? One thing that I realized when I was in school was a lot of the stuff that I was learning wasn't actually stuff that could produce me income, right? And I had to realize that. And when football got taken away from me, the way that I was thinking that I was going to generate massive success and generate income at a high level was through playing a professional sport, right? Where I come from, that's one of the only ways that I understood at that time how to produce income on a massive scale, right? I didn't know anything about investing or entrepreneurship or owning a business or none of that because that's not the environment that I was around when I was growing up, right? Like a lot of us. So I want to kind of share some things with you guys that I learned over the last 3 years. I was blessed enough. One of my teammates that I met in college, we got recruited to the same exact school. He actually told me a little bit about, cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, all of this stuff before it was even something that was spoken about, the way it is now, right? Before you could buy it on Cash App, before you could buy it on Robinhood and all these other things, he told me about this stuff and it changed my entire perspective, which initially, led to me doing a lot of different things, which changed my situation. So I want to jump into that stuff right now with you guys and share with you, how this stuff works, why this stuff is important, why you should be learning about it, but also why you should be investing into it, trading it, because right now is the easiest time in the world to produce extra income from your phone, from home, whatever the case may be. And especially in a time like right now, a lot of people are searching for ways to be able to do that, but are not very knowledgeable or don't really have the network or people around them that understand how to do those things. So inevitably they don't, right? So I'm gonna jump straight into this, share my screen with you guys, and go in depth with this stuff and why it's important. All right. So if we look at Bitcoin, right? Because I think for most people, Bitcoin is probably the most, spoken about, the most, common, the most famous, right? When it comes to digital currencies and cryptocurrency, right? And if we rewind a little bit, maybe 200, 300 plus years, when we look at money or we think about currency, right? We think about how people actually, you know, made exchanges, right? How did people actually pay for services and things like that way back before there was money? We look at something called bartering, right? And the bartering system was pretty much a system where if you had a cow and I had a pig, we could exchange, we could trade. If you had water and I had rice, right, and I needed water and you needed rice, we could exchange, right? That's called bartering. One item for another, one service for another, right? And that's how a lot of people, way back used to, exchange goods. And eventually it turned into something a lot more, which was gold coins, right? Gold coins allow people to use this as a form of payment because gold was thought to have value, right? It's whatever we give value to. Now, if you look at what that evolved into, because basically what I'm trying to explain to you guys is that money continuously evolves, right? And it evolves right in front of us. A lot of us don't actually understand how this stuff works, right? So it eventually turned into the dollar bill, right? The bill was originally supposed to be used as an alternative to the gold coins, and with the bill you could actually redeem gold coins with however much is said on that bill, right? Eventually it transitioned into the dollar bills that we all know today. But the only difference is those are not backed by the gold standard, how it used to be in before the 60s, right? In the 60s. So for those of you guys who think that gold is what backs the value of the US dollar, I used to think the same exact thing. That's no longer what it is, right? That's no longer what it is. It's actually backed by just trust, right? Trust in the government, and that's really it. It's not backed by gold. All right. Eventually, that evolved as well, right? That turned into debit cards, credit cards. If you guys are anything like me, you look at our grandparents, some of our parents, some of our great grandparents, they're still old school. They still like to use cash for everything. They don't trust technology, or they don't trust debit cards and credit cards, whatever the case may be, right? So people couldn't wrap their mind around the fact that you could actually have your money on one of these plastic cards and swipe it and spend it and things like that. People still to this day haven't transitioned into that. You go maybe to about 10 years ago, now you have your Cash Apps, your PayPals, your Venmo, your Apple Pay, your Apple Wallet, right? All of this different stuff, your touch-free debit cards. You can put your debit card on your phone and pay with your phone. All of these things, are of the new age, right? This is something that wasn't around when our parents were young as well. So now you transition a step further and you introduce things like Bitcoin, right? Which are actually digital currencies. And the difference about Bitcoin and all these other methods is that all the other methods have some type of middleman, right? A middleman. What I mean by middleman is, Cash App. To send your money through Cash App is the middleman, right? To send your money through your bank is the middleman, right? To spend money on your card, your bank is the middleman. They can tell you how much you can spend, how much you can't spend, how much you can take out, all of these different things. They put limits on your money, right? So Bitcoin, right, came out in 2008. And what's cool about this is that, all it is, simply put, is the first way for people to send money over the internet, right, in a decentralized fashion. So what this means is an open way for me to go ahead and send, for example, let's see who's on this call, right? Alicia, right? Let's say I wanted to send Alicia $100,000, but I can't do that through Cash App. I can't do that through PayPal. I can't do that through Zelle. I can't do that through any of these, major, services, because I have limits. And what Bitcoin does is it allows people like me and you to be able to have full control over our wealth, right? So what this means is I can send you money, you can send me money. The only people that know that happened are me and you, and there's no limit to how much we can actually do, right? Because when it comes to your money, think about it for a second, right? When it comes to your money, there should be no reason that if you're having an issue, customer service is closed on the weekend, I can't get access to my money, right? There should be no reason why I have limits on how much I can spend, how much I can send, right? How much I can transfer, all these different things. There should be no fees for when you get what I'm saying? So Bitcoin really changed that world because it allows people to have control over their wealth with privacy, right? With privacy and security, because it utilizes the blockchain network. So simply put, it's a way to transfer money over the internet. It's a new technology that now you see companies, you see banks, you see, big corporations and hedge funds starting to adjust and invest into this stuff because they understand that this stuff is the future. So let's talk about the value of Bitcoin, because I'm sure as you guys, whoever follows Bitcoin or knows anything about Bitcoin, knows that right now, currently, Bitcoin is worth around $52,000. When I first found out about this stuff in 2017, beginning of 2018, end of 2017, Bitcoin was actually like $400, right? And what was crazy about that was at the time, I used to walk past this deli every day in New York, and I would see a Bitcoin ATM, and I would see the price on the machine going up every day. It'd be 400 today, 425 the next day, 600 the next week, 800 the next month. And one day I went in there, I asked them, I said, what is that? What is that Bitcoin ATM? What is that? They're like, I don't know. They just put it in here. It was crazy because looking back, when I used to work, spend all my money on sneakers, spend all my money on nonsense, the money I spent on that, I could have purchased Bitcoin 6 years ago and be up a few hundred mil right now, right? So just the lack of understanding, the lack of network, the lack of knowledge, right? I didn't know, no one around me knew, the people I was around didn't know, right? So there was no way of me understanding what this stuff was and how it worked. I just was aware of it, I saw it, but I didn't understand the technology behind it, where it was gonna eventually go, right? When I made this PowerPoint, when I actually, made this, Bitcoin was sitting at around $20,000. Since then, it's more than doubled. And that's within the last 8 months, right? And the reason why is because the supply of Bitcoin is actually fixed. So, like gold, people say gold is rare or whatever, it's scarce. We find it all the time, right? That's why gold is so valuable, because of the fact that it's rare and scarce, but it's not fixed, right? There's not just a certain amount. We find gold all the time. It's just hard to find and rare to find. Now, we look at each Bitcoin, 21 million of them. That's it. Not one more, not one less. There's 21 million of them. And the coolest part is each one of these coins can be broken down into 100 million smaller coins, right? And a misconception, and I want to kind of go over this with you guys, a misconception about Bitcoin is that, you have to purchase a full one. You have to spend $50,000 and buy one. No, you can actually, just like gold, right? If you don't have the money to afford a gold brick, right? $40,000, $50,000 brick of gold, you can get a gold chain, you can get a gold coin, you can get a smaller amount, you can get a portion of gold. And whenever the value of gold as a whole goes up and down in value, so will that small percentage that you own, right? So you can do the same exact thing with Bitcoin. You can put $1 into Bitcoin, you'll get $1 worth of Bitcoin, right? Whatever percentage that is of a whole Bitcoin, you'll get that percentage, right? So that is a unique thing about Bitcoin. Now, if we look at, how people actually perceive making money works with Bitcoin, right? There's two ways. You have the investment side where you're able to invest into the currency itself and actually own cryptocurrency, actually own some of Bitcoin. And then you have the day trading side, which is you can actually, based off of the value going up and down, you can actually make money off of that, right? I'm gonna break that down, you guys. That's another misconception, that there's only one way to make money when it comes to Bitcoin. There's plenty of ways, and there's ways for you to even make money when Bitcoin goes down in value, right? People don't understand, well, how can I make money if it goes down in value? I'm gonna break that down to you guys, all right? Obviously, if you're investing, you're not gonna be able to make any money when it goes down because you're holding long term. But I'm gonna show you guys right now, okay? But before I get there, guys, another misconception, I'm just trying to get those out the way for you, right? Is that Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency in the world, right? The thing is this, right now, currently, there are around 6,300, to be exact, 6,300 different types of digital currency. I want you guys to think about Amazon. I want you to think about Facebook. I want you to think about any company that you know that has seen massive success over the last 10 to 15 years, why they saw that success, right? Most times you look at a company like Facebook, or let's look at a company like Amazon, richest company in the world. The reason why is because they solved one of the biggest problems in the world, right? Shipping times and things like that, accessibility, right? They made it easy for us. I remember 10, 15 years ago, I wasn't able to order something and it get there the next day. It took a week, it took 2 weeks, sometimes took a month. With Amazon now, I can order something today and get it by tomorrow, right? So they created a system that literally changed every single person in the world's life over time. People that invested into Amazon 15, 20 years ago have massive success now. People that are investing now, when Amazon is $3,000 a share, it's a little harder to make money, especially if you don't have a lot up front, right? So that was the real world, right? Amazon solved the problem for the real world. Let's look at the digital world. The digital world is the internet, the online space, whether it's online banking, online businesses, online websites, credit, whatever the case is. Online has a lot of problems too, right? And the internet is one of the biggest places in the world as far as how many people are on it, how much money is generated on it, right? I mean, 95% of people buy stuff all the time on the internet, right? So Bitcoin was a technology that allowed people to really have full control over their wealth, right? With extra security. Now there's 6,300 other coins. So what I mean by this is that there's opportunities for us to invest in other coins that aren't $50,000 a coin, right? As you can see, let's look at, for example, Cardano. Cardano is 91 cents, right? Or let's look at another one. Let's scroll down a little bit, right? Because there's a lot of different ones. You got Solana, which is $9, right? You got Celsius, which is $5. You got, I mean, there's so many of them, right? And there's some of them that sound crazy, like Pancake Swap, right? But it's up 120% this week, right? So it must serve some type of real purpose. And the thing is, with these digital currencies, the intention behind them is not just a joke or, like Dogecoin, right? Little dog coin. It's not like that where, people are just talking about it. A lot of these coins actually have an actual purpose. They're going to solve an actual problem in the space of online banking, digital banking, whatever the case may be. You have the opportunity to even invest in those or day trade those, right? So if you look at day trading itself, what that is and how that works, right? This is a way where we can actually make money off of Bitcoin going up and down in value every day, right? And I'll show you guys what this looks like. If you see my screen, you should be able to see, right? You should be able to see this. Now, this is a price chart of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin moves up and down every single day, right? Up and down every single day. Now, how this means, why this means opportunity for us is because if we're day trading in this market, right? It's a little bit different than investing into stocks. It's a little bit different than, investing into, futures and things like that, right? Even it's a little bit different than investing into cryptocurrency. Because here's the thing, every day, I don't know if you guys see these red candles and these blue and these green candles, right? The green candles means that the value of that currency has went up over a certain amount of time, right? In that 15 minutes or in that hour, the price went up, right? The red candles means that the price went down. Now, what this means is whenever that happens, we have opportunities. So we use an app called MetaTrader 4. So I want you guys to go ahead, go on your app store, right? I'll put it in the chat for y'all so y'all could check it out. We use an app called MetaTrader 4, right? And MetaTrader 4 is an app that we are able to use for day trading, right? For day trading. So I'll show you what this looks like on my phone. So if we look at MetaTrader 4, it looks just like this, right? At the top, you see it says BTC USD. I can click on that and I can click on trade, right? When I click on trade, it's going to give me the option now to buy and to sell, as you can see, right? To buy and to sell. If I'm buying, that means that I believe the value of a currency is going to go up in value. If I'm selling, that means that I believe the value of a currency is going to go down in value, right? Now at the top, you see where it says 0.01, right? Right at the top, that is our investment size. So for myself, when I was in college, right, I didn't really understand like that you could actually invest with portions of money, right? You can invest with a piece of $1, a piece of 10 cents. You can invest with every single penny, right? You just have to know how to do it. Now, lot sizes, which is that right there where it says 0.01, is going to determine how much you're investing inside the market. So just real quick, right? I'll show you how this works. Let's say, for instance, because look, Bitcoin, every dollar that it moves, right? Every dollar that Bitcoin moves, whether it's up or down, is considered a point, right? And we make money off of points because the thing is the market moves up in points and down in points. So let's say, for example, right, the last 24 hours, Bitcoin went all the way from there to there, right? From 49,000 all the way to 51,000. So it moved around almost $3,000, which is 3,000 points in the market. So points is how we make money. Now, if I buy, right, if I would have bought, because I thought it was going to go from 49 to 51, if I would have bought, right, and I invested 0.01, which is actually 10 cents in the market, for each point that the market moved in the direction that I wanted it to move, which is up in value, for each point or each dollar, I would have made 10 cents. So if it moved up 3,000 points, I would have made $300 off of my 10-cent investment. And to be able to put a 10-cent investment in the market, you got to have at least 50 to 150 or anything above 150, but at least $50 to be able to put 10 cents in the market to trade Bitcoin, right? So it's not like you can just literally put 50 cents. You have to have room to work with. But 50 to 100 is like the average to be able to put 10 cents. Now, let's say you wanted to invest $1 per point, right? The average for that is $500 to $1,000 to be able to do that. Now, each point that Bitcoin would have moved, if it would have moved up 3,000 points, you would have made $3,000. And it's the same thing vice versa, right? Because the market also moves down. So let's say today, right, the market went from being all the way up here at 50, almost 52, 52,000 to currently now being, or the lowest it went for the day was down here, 1,600 points, right? At a 0.10 investment, a 10-cent investment, that's $160. So it's not like you're making millions and millions of dollars, but you're able to now capitalize off of Bitcoin doing what it's going to do every day regardless. It's going to move up and down, right? It's going to move up and down. So you're able to now, right, profit off of both of those moves. And let's say you make, a few $100 in the market day trading. You can now take that profit, take some of it, put it in your bank account, whatever you want to do with it, but take a little bit and actually invest it into actual Bitcoin, right? And purchase some Bitcoin, right? Or purchase some Ethereum or any other cryptocurrency and start actually investing your money, right? I know a lot of people talk about stocks and Robinhood and all this different stuff, but most people don't have any real money to be able to go and invest and see real returns. When I say real returns, I mean returns that you can actually see consistently, right? It's not every day in the stock market you can make $25, $30, right? So let's look at this. Now, understanding how that stuff works, right? Understanding how that works. You can do that with anything, right? You don't have to just do that with Bitcoin. You can do that with, for example, gold, right? You can do that with the value of gold. You can do it with silver, right? You can do it with silver. You can do it with US oil. Everything that has value inside the market, you can day trade. The euro and the US dollar, whatever it is, right? So it's very, very powerful. You can do that with anything. Now, let's look at, for example, right? Let's look at this. Give me 1 second. Let's look at this together. Right? All the different coins that there are, cool. A lot of people don't understand how to actually go ahead and start investing into those things. So I want to show you guys something that you can use. It's kind of like a cheat code, right? Kind of like a cheat code for you to be able to go ahead and see results in this market without having to be an expert, without having to do all of that stuff, but also be able to learn at the same time as you're able to earn some income. All right. So if you look at the Swipecoin app, right, this is what I'm showing you now. You guys can go download this as well. It's on the App Store. It's called Swipecoin. I'll put it in the chat. Right? It's called Swipecoin. And the value behind this app is unmatched in the sense where, look, for myself as a college student, like I said, I didn't have a lot of money, right? Didn't have a lot of money, didn't have a lot of time, and I didn't have any knowledge about this type of stuff, right? So what I was hoping for was, I had a few friends that, said they invested in stocks and stuff like that. I asked them for help, but it was hard because a lot of them wasn't really making any money, right? They didn't really know what they were talking about. They just were putting money into Robinhood, and that's it. Now I know, looking back, now I understand that that's not, the way to go about it. But I understood that Swipecoin had two components to it. What those two components are a learn and earn system. So what I mean by that is this, right? The Swipecoin app was actually co-founded by one of the most sought after educators in this space. So we talk about, somebody who's been doing this for 13 plus years, has made over 8 figures in this market, right? Knows what they're talking about, but also now understands that everybody uses apps. Everybody's on, the Apple store downloading nonsense. Everybody's on their phone all day. How can we bridge the gap between learning and earning for the average person? Because I was one of those people who I was like, yo, if I don't make money with this in the next few weeks, I'm not doing this no more. Right? That's how most people think. Obviously, that's a naive way of thinking, but Swipecoin helps with that issue. So Swipecoin, the intention behind it is actually to give you access to professionals who know what they're doing, who've been doing this for years, right? And are going to actually not just help you along the way, be able to know when to buy Bitcoin, when to sell Bitcoin, when to get in, when to get out, why, right? When to buy other digital currencies, not just Bitcoin, because there's thousands, like I said, but when to actually go ahead and get in those things at the right time. Because here's the thing, a lot of people I see, they see Bitcoin go up and then they try and buy it. You want to be in these things before it goes up, before you see it on the news, right? GameStop, everybody invested into GameStop. Once you saw it on the news, it was already too late. People who got in first were the ones that were educated and made, educated, right, decisions, not decisions based off of hype. So Swipecoin is going to allow you to be educated and not make decisions based off of hype when it comes to things like Bitcoin and different types of cryptocurrency. So what they actually do is, like I mentioned with day trading, right? What I mentioned with day trading is that you're able to make money daily when the value goes up or down with Bitcoin or any type of other cryptos, right? If we look at what the Swipecoin app does, it actually will send you out a trade notification or trade alert directly from one of those educators, and it'll tell you exactly what to buy and where to get in, right? It'll tell you what currency to buy, where to get in, where to get out, right? And it'll actually keep you updated, right? So that's the cool thing. A lot of people in school, work, whatever the case may be, you don't want to have to be on your phone all day. So they keep you updated with notifications telling you, hey, we're in profit right now. Hey, move the risk management into profit. This was going on. This was going to happen. Here's what we're looking at. They're going to keep you updated, right? So the same way you get text messages all day, they'll keep you updated, right? And the coolest part about that is, again, you have those people pretty much holding your hand while you're learning, right? So I'll show you guys what this looks like on the phone. So Swipecoin app looks just like this. The same way I showed you on the screen, right? It's the same exact thing here. And the cool thing is this, right? We're able to actually click this little mark down here and get the details for the trade. It's telling us buy Bitcoin here at this price, whatever the case may be. And we can actually, like I said, MetaTrader app is what we use, right? So it's asking me here whether I want to buy or I want to sell. Up here is telling me take profit and stop loss. And as you can see, those things are empty right now, right? So if I click on them, I could put something else in there. So, okay, cool. How do I get my stop loss and how do I get my take profit? I'm going to go to Swipecoin. It's going to tell me here, stop loss, right? It's going to tell me there, stop loss. I'm going to literally go here, click on this paper. It's going to copy it for me, go back, and I'm going to paste it, right? Literally right there, paste, and it's going to put the number in there for me. And I'm going to see, okay, cool. It says buy by market. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy. Now I place my trade. Now, as I'm in that trade, right, when it goes into profit, when we're making money, they're going to keep you updated. If they want you to close the trade because we've hit the target point, they're going to send a message and tell you close the trade, right? They're going to give you all the parameters, all the numbers, all of that, so that you can make a little bit of money, however much it is that you want to make, right? Because obviously you can start with 50, 100, whatever it is that you want. But the intention is for you to be able to make money while you're learning, right? So let's look at the actual platform now, because it's not just that simple. Yes, that's the simple part. But if you're somebody who wants to get educated with this stuff and really understand this stuff at a deeper level, right? This is where you tap in and utilize the Go Live section of the app, right? The Go Live section of the app is pretty much, right, a platform that works just like Netflix, right? Just like Netflix, we have different categories, you have different times or different movies, right? Same exact concept. Only difference is we have different educators, right? So now we've partnered with some of the top in the world, like I said, but we also have some people that they've worked with and they've mentored over the last few years that have seen massive success that are now also educators on the platform, right? So again, Sunday to Saturday, it's different calls. There's calls that you can tune into, right? There's calls that you can literally get on live and learn from these educators live. So yeah, they'll send you out trades on the Swipecoin app, but they also want you to tune into their live sessions and learn from them live. So not only are you making money with leveraging their skill set, but they're eventually teaching you how to become self-sufficient so that you can do this stuff by yourself, right? Because it's not easy, but it's very, very simple, right? A lot of this stuff is very, very simple. And that's why we've created this section where you're able to now, again, tune in, right? Learn daily. But when you're on these sessions, they're going to be giving you information that can make you money, right? They're teaching you, but they're giving you, hey, this is where we're going to get into Bitcoin, where we're going to get out. Here's where we're going to sell Bitcoin, where we're going to get out, or this currency, that currency, right? And then we have educators like Curtis Cobain who actually go into, I remember I told you guys about all these different types of cryptocurrencies, right? Over 6,000 different ones. Which ones to be investing into? Why? What that technology is meant for? Why that technology is important, right? And this is all stuff that can literally translate to you producing more income, right? Simple as that. So that's Go Live. Now, aside with Go Live, you get Swipecoin Scalper. This is something that is, I've been using this for some time now, and pretty much what it does is it's going to give you potential setups inside of the market, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, telling you, I believe Bitcoin is going to go down, right? It's setting that up as saying Bitcoin is going to go down in value, or Bitcoin is going to go up in value here. And they notify you right through that app on your phone. And they say, hey, log into your computer and check out the scalper, see what's on there, right? Pretty cool. So that's that. Now we look at, the Swipecoin website. Let's look at the Swipecoin website because I like this a lot better than the Swipecoin app. All right. So I'm going to bring it up right now, but give me 1 second. All right. So if you see my screen, this is the Swipecoin website. So the app also has a desktop version. And if you see up here, all MT4 ideas, right? This is going to be sending you trades every day because here's the thing. In cryptocurrency, in that market, right? You can trade XRP, you can trade Ethereum, you can trade Bitcoin. And if you look, let's look back to February 8th, right? February 8th, right here. So if you guys don't know this, right? The richest man in the world, Elon Musk, actually bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. And it was announced that he did that on February 8th, right, in the evening. Now, what's cool about this is, cool, everybody found out about it after. What about people that bought it before, right? So Picasso, one of our top educators, he told us to buy Bitcoin here at 38,000. He also told us to buy it down here, right, at 33,000. And again, down here at 29,000. Rewind a little bit more, 32,000, right? So he's been telling us when to get in, when's the perfect time to get in for these, and then keeping us updated as we go and as we earn, right? And then the live sessions and things like that are with the intention to learn, right? And then you have your videos. So this is something that I still use to this day. Obviously, got to touch up on the skills all the time. But videos that are even going to break down how to use the app, right? Simple stuff. But everything here is structured for you to be able to not just learn, but to be able to earn at the same exact time, right? So, when we look at this stuff, we look at, why this is important, right? If we look at this right here, this is something I saw not too long ago. The amount of Bitcoin ATMs in the world in the last 6 years has went from less than 400 to now being over, right, 14,000. There's a reason for that. All of this stuff is happening right in front of us. There's a reason why PayPal allows you to buy Bitcoin now. Cash App allows you to buy Bitcoin now, right? Venmo is in the talks of allowing people to buy Bitcoin on Venmo, right? I mean, it's crazy what's going on. Richest person in the world, banks like JP Morgan, right? Companies like Apple and Tesla are starting to look into this stuff, and Tesla has already invested into this stuff. So it's taking the world by storm in a sense where, again, a lot of people don't even know it exists. A lot of people don't even understand what Bitcoin is or how it works, how to make money from it, why it's important, right? So when you look at that and you look at what it is that the Swipecoin app is doing and what this company's doing with that app, the same way people push TikTok and Snapchat and all this other stuff and made it big, that's our goal with this platform, be able to help you learn this stuff because it's not being taught in school, right? It's not being taught in people's households. I know most people don't know anything about this stuff. It's still fairly new, right? So how can you get in an environment, right, where the education is led by individuals who've been doing this since before it was even spoken about on the news, before it was even spoken about by companies like Tesla and people like Elon Musk, right? So when we look at this entire platform, how to get access to it, right? We found a way to make it affordable for people in every country, because we're right now 300,000 plus students in over 40 different countries, right? Some countries are third world countries, some worlds are countries like ours. Either way, right, we've made it so that people are able to learn, because we teach in 14 different languages, right? People are able to have flexibility, because I told you the Go Live sessions is crazy. Having 200 plus hours of live education, and you can tune in whenever you want. We understand you got work, kids, whatever the case may be. Being able to still tune in at your own discretion, at your own time, works better for people, right? So there's a reason why we have that massive success, and why we're going to continue to impact and be able to go to a multiple billion-dollar company, just like companies like Snapchat and things like that have been able to do, because we're actually providing value and teaching stuff that a lot of people have no clue about and want to learn about, right? So to get access to the Swipecoin app, the Swipecoin app is actually free, right? It comes with the DCX package. Go Live comes with that package, right? The live mentorship, the Swipecoin scalper, all these things come with it, and the Swipecoin app actually comes completely free with that package. Now that package is not $40,000 a year or $10,000, not like that. It's actually only $235, right? So with that $235, you get access to everything I just showed you about. And whoever it is that got you on this call, we're gonna walk you through step by step how to start using this stuff within your first 48 to 72 hours, right? Very simple. So when I got started, it took me a lot longer, because I had to figure out, how this stuff works on my own. I didn't have any guidance. I didn't have any mentorship. A lot of you guys are in a great position because of the fact that right now, right, this company is very established, right? Going on 9 years strong, right? And we have individuals like the people who invited you to this call that have literally learned the entire system on how to start, how to get everything set up, how to utilize these apps and services, how to create a schedule based around Go Live, and how to make money, right? Directly from your phone. So that's that. Now we look at monthly after, because just like, Apple Music and Netflix and all these big companies that charge monthly subscriptions, we do the same exact thing. But the only difference is our product, right? Our app is actually going to help you be able to produce income, like I said, right? That's the intention of it. And actually only comes out to $42 a week, $6 a day. The market is open 24/7. So $6 a day, you use the app. Even if you make 12 bucks a day, it doesn't sound like a lot of money, but compound that, right? You double your investment on the month. $25 a day, something small, right? Because I'm not going to get on this call and tell you guys, oh, come in and make millions of dollars. Of course, that's possible, right? I know people who have done that, right? I myself have seen a lot of success utilizing this information. But let's talk about at the minuscule levels. $25 a day with the market open 7 days a week. It's not like the stock market where it closes every day after 5 and it closes on the weekend. Crypto is open 24/7, right? $25 a day is $700 extra a month at just $25 extra a day. But if you look at, for myself, when I used to work, that was a 2 extra hours for me that I have to go clock in. But I found out a way to utilize the time that I wasn't clocked in to still be able to bring in money as if I was, right? So making an extra $25 utilizing this stuff could be a difference of an extra $600 to $700 a month in your business, right, in your life. So let's look at how we look at these other big companies that have massive success, and we plan on doing the same exact thing that they do to be able, right, to go ahead and see massive success as a company, right? Because when we look at, Coinbase, for example, right? We look at a lot of these big companies, or we look at, apps like Robinhood, right? A lot of people know about Robinhood. And the thing about Robinhood is what they did that was very, very smart. And I remember being in college and seeing this stuff was invite friends and you get free stocks. How genius is that? Instead of spending money on millions and millions and millions of dollars on commercials, millions on billboards and things that are outdated, right? We could just put a referral link on our app and say, hey, you invite friends, we'll give them a free stock, right? Actually, to be even more fair, we'll invite friends and you'll both get a stock. That's what Robinhood does, right? Look, we think investing is better with friends. So for everyone you invite to join, you'll both earn a reward stock. As soon as your friend signs up and links their bank account, we'll credit each of your accounts with a reward stock. Keep in mind, you can receive up to $500 in reward stocks each calendar year. So feel free to spread the word. All right, I'm gonna shock your mind with this because a lot of people don't understand that this industry is a huge industry as well, right? Now, let's look at Amazon, largest, richest company in the world, right? There's something called Amazon Affiliate Program, right? Or Amazon Influencer Program, where you can actually recommend products through Amazon and earn commission. So let's say I have a YouTube channel, and that YouTube channel gets 100,000 views a video, and I post something like this that I use for for my studio, right? Let's say I post something like this, right? Something like this, a light, whatever the case is. And somebody sees that does the same thing as me, and they say, well, where'd you get that from? I say, the link is in my description. Now, if I have my Amazon affiliate link, guess what? They can buy it through my Amazon affiliate link, and Amazon will pay me up to 10% of that sale because I brought them, right, customers. I brought them a customer. They were going to buy that anyway, right? So there's ways now, because of the internet, for you to be able to benefit and generate income off of the income that these companies are generating anyway, right? Tesla. We all know Tesla, right? Self-driving cars, Elon Musk, richest man in the world, Tesla, right? This is their referral program. And I'm gonna explain why I'm breaking this down to you guys in a second, because our company's doing the same exact thing. Now, it says here for Tesla, right? Our goal is to build the best clean energy products and help Tesla owners share their excitement and experiences with others. As an owner with the referral program, you'll earn awards every time your referral link is used by your friends and family when they transition to sustainable energy and grow our community. Right? Like, that's literally what their goal is. Their goal is to, again, have sustainable clean energy. Right? That's the goal. It says here, look, anyone using your referral link can earn a $100 award after system activation for solar panels or solar roof to reduce reliance on the grid and produce clean solar energy. You will earn a $400 award for each solar referral. Additionally, you will earn one power, whatever, etc. Right? So literally, their goal as a company, as one of the biggest companies in the world, richest man in the world, is the CEO of this company. Their goal is to literally, right, help the earth. That's their goal, right? Be able to create sustainable energy. That's their goal. Now, our goal as a company is to enrich, empower, educate 1 million plus when it comes to this type of stuff. Because guess what? People aren't financially literate. I'm gonna be real. I wasn't at all. I had no clue how money worked, how to invest it, how to run a business, how to do my own taxes, how to open a business, S Corp, LLC, none of this stuff, because I never learned it. So if I never learned any of that, trust, I never learned anything about how to turn $1 into 2. And our company understands that on a worldwide level, the majority of people know absolutely nothing about money itself, how it works, and how to actually generate it, how to grow it, how to sustain it, how to invest it. People don't know that. So that is our goal. And we plan on doing that with apps like Swipecoin and our other apps like Gold Cup and Swipe Trades that all obviously serve different purposes. But Swipecoin, our goal is to go ahead and educate worldwide about this new revolution, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, that's going to happen in front of our eyes. And a lot of people are going to get left behind because they're not getting access to information that can actually educate them on what's going on, right? So the company allows you to be a partner, be an affiliate, just like Amazon, just like these companies, and earn anywhere from $150 a month, right, to $1,000 a month, to sometimes even in the multiple 6 and 7 figures, depending on, right, what it is that you're doing with the app, right? So we allow you not just to learn and earn, but also be able to do that same exact process as these companies and earn extra income for yourself, whether it's to use to invest, to trade with, to pay your rent, to invest in your own business, whatever the case is. We're allowing people to take part of the massive success that we're gonna have, right? Multiple billion-dollar company in the next few years, right? By literally doing exactly what these big companies have done, right? We study those great companies. We want to become great. We want to do the same exact thing that they do. All right. So guys, if you have any questions for me, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. It's at Kai Christopher. I'm gonna drop it inside the chat for y'all. If you have any questions for me, feel free to reach out. But whoever it is that got you on this call, make sure that you reach out to them, right? Get any questions that you have, get them answered. Ask how it is that you can get started and get access to that app, right? And we'll walk you through step by step after you're plugged in on how to actually go ahead and start utilizing this stuff this week, right? Within the next 3 days, all right? So I appreciate y'all for taking the time out your night to listen in, learn something new. I hope that I gave you guys some value, taught you something that you didn't know about, and showed you something that you see value in. Like I said, I appreciate y'all. Have a great night. I look forward to working with every single person on this call, and we'll talk soon. Have a good night, y'all.